past few years I've gotten into. Obviously growing up, I watched Dragon Ball Z and Gundam Wing and stuff like that. But I recently started delving into more anime because I realized it's a bigger genre than I ever thought. What I knew of anime was Toonami, but that got me into Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Archer, Rick and Morty, and stuff like that. So my old catchphrase is "Welcome to the danger zone." So if you are a previous viewer, previous follower, previous subscriber to my old zone, we're not going to change anything. Everybody comes in, they still going to get the danger zone for the first time. It's just going to be under James Luke. And right now I got alerts set up that aren't like my old alerts, but we'll eventually get there. I think, it's a lot of work putting all that stuff together. But again, I appreciate everyone coming by, and we're going to get into this video gameplay. If you stop by, or you see this VOD, please come by. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. most days. If you ever see my back turned to you, eventually I'll make a camera set back up there. But if you can see the monitors and stuff behind me, that is my work. I do work from home, so there'll be times if you stop by in the stream, my back might be turned into you. Eventually I might get it set up where I can see the chat and all that over there. Like I said, I got this additional camera. Got this additional camera. I do stream on 2 PC setup. I have a Mac Studio that's doing all the streaming and stuff, and I stream to it. It's got a LG 5K monitor on that stream. Again, I wish the camera was a little better. It seems like my C90 camera that I had now at least 8 years, because like I said, last time I streamed was 8 years ago, so 9 years ago, has a better view than that. But I'd like to get another camera set up, actually buy those monitors and stuff so you can see me while I'm working. That way I can still talk with chat while I'm working and stuff like that. But we're going to get into this gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And again, if you have any suggestions or anything, please let me know while I'm playing. I am playing on PC, but I am, coming from Halo days. I used to play on a professional Halo team based out of Chicago. I like using mouse and keyboard for certain games. Or certain games I like using controller. Destiny, I started on Xbox One, so Destiny to me just feels right on a controller. I have played it on mouse and keyboard, but I always go back to controller because that's what I learned it on. Borderlands, I've been playing Borderlands since Borderlands 1 came out on a console and stuff like that, so I like it on controller as well. But there are various games, so if you're a mouse and keyboard snob or controller snob, whatever, you give me your opinion, but honestly, let's be honest, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to play the game how I like to play the game the best. Honestly, the best part about running on a controller is I can lean back and have a good time and just chill. Mouse, keyboard, I got to sit up, I got to hold the mouse, shit like that, and I don't like that as much. I like playing on mouse and, on a controller so I can lean back. Eventually, I'd like to get a lazy boy in this motherfucker so I can just have a lazy boy, so I can take naps when I need to throughout the day also. But yeah, so we've been playing Borderlands on Vex. I like the class. In WoW, one of my favorite classes is Hunter, and you can say it's because I'm not good at DPS, and you're probably right. I'm not good at DPS. But Hunter is free DPS, and I hear Hunter's this season coming up is actually going to be really good. So I probably might get back into WoW. It's been a minute. I've played WoW. I played through the latest expansion other than the update. I'll be honest, the little Goblin City or whatever, you got the race car stuff. I haven't played any of that, so maybe we'll jump in that. I know the game plan for WoW is I think this expansion coming out in a few weeks or maybe already out. I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with it. Might be coming out. I am a day one WoW player as well. In fact, I have again, I'd like to get a camera I can move around, but I have the 10-year anniversary statue that I was given to by Blizzard for having a WoW subscription, since I think you had to be a subscriber within the first month of WoW for up to 10 years. I have had the same subscription with WoW since day one till today. I'm still paying for a WoW subscription, and I haven't played WoW in probably a year and a half, 2 years. Same with Final Fantasy 14. I'm not a day one Final Fantasy 14 guy, but I still pay for Final Fantasy 14. Again, big proponent of WoW and stuff like that. When it comes to just MMORPGs, I think Final Fantasy 14 did a great job with telling a story and being able to play it multiplayer or single player. But I'm a big multiplayer guy. And as I said already, look at that. We were in the menu at 100 frames per second, it's highest scene. And granted, I'm getting consistent 60 frames per second, so I'm actually happy with that, because earlier today when I was playing, I was barely hitting 40 frames per second. So I don't know if that was an update. I hope they're doing something soon to optimize it, because if you look at the specs in my profile, I don't feel like my computer is old enough yet to be doing as minimal as possible, and I'm playing at medium settings and only hitting 60 frames per second, so it's definitely an optimization issue and not necessarily my build. Could it be better? Yes. Do I wish I had the new 5080 or 5090? Absolutely, but I don't. So we're here, we got what we got going on, and again, if you're stopping in for the first time, please tell me how you feel. Ask any questions. If you happen to end up in the stream and you were here before when I was Danger Zone, man, please say hi. Please remind me who you were. I would love to rekindle those relationships and stuff like that. And honestly, it's kind of shitty that I gave up on it the first time, because we had a really good community in the Danger Zone. And again, like I said, we're going to build an even bigger and better community than we had before. So I appreciate y'all being here. We got something around. There's something around here that is underneath me, and you can tell by looking at the compass that the arrow pointing down means it's underneath me. How I get in there, I don't know. Probably around here somewhere. You know, I'm big. Like I said, I love looter shooters. I love MMORPGs. I love the fact that I can run around and find things instead of following. You know, if any of you guys are Final Fantasy 14 players, you know they call everybody when you join says, "Have you done your MSQs?" MSQs means main storyline quests. All they care about is you doing the main storyline. And what I love about MMOs, RPGs in general, is that I can go off the beaten path, see other things. I don't have to follow it straight forward. Again, if there's anything audio, if you can't hear the music very well and like to hear the music louder, please let me know. If the game's too loud, let me know. These are all things I'm hoping to adjust in these few hours while I'm sitting here playing. The good thing is I got the VOD set up. I got it set up where even though it's just copyrighted music, hopefully it doesn't. Supposedly I got it set up to where it's not copied into the stream, so that way the VOD will be up without being muted. And if that is the case, good, I'll be able to go back and hear it and see what sounded high or low. But what I won't be able to hear is the music. So if the music seems low and you want me to turn it up, or vice versa, if it's too loud, you need me to turn it down, let me know. We can make those adjustments on the fly. Where is this motherfucker? It says below us. It's got to be right below us. It's got to be right here somewhere. So there's got to be a way to get underneath here somewhere. There's got to be like a tunnel or some shit. Let's see. Oh, we got one of those. Let's go get this vault symbol. That's probably close. Probably easier to find. We need that vault symbol so we can get more SDU credits or whatever they're called, because SDU credits lets us improve our fucking backspace, and to me that's the most important thing in Borderlands, because we get so much goddamn loot. That's one of the things that aggravate me. I'll be honest, first couple of days your backspace is so goddamn limited in a looter shooter like this. You're getting so much loot, to not be able to pick something up is aggravating beyond aggravating. So hopefully we figure that out. Can get some more SDU credits and improve our backspace. That's the ultimate goal in a looter shooter, is be able to carry as much loot as possible. So we found that. I still can't find this. That's saying underneath me as well. There's gotta be a way to get underneath where I'm at right now. Got to be a way. If you're coming in, you're expecting high-speed gameplay. I feel I'm pretty good at most like matchmaking type stuff. Like I said, I started out gaming. You know, I've been playing games since I remember as a kid the babysitter coming over and playing Super Mario 3 with us. And I was young, and the babysitter could always beat it. And boy, that drove me nuts as a kid because I couldn't beat Super Mario 3 to save my life. Save my life. So watching her beat it, man, always lit a spark in me. Me and my brother, we would try all week long to beat Super Mario 3 or Sonic 2. I remember the first game system that I can remember getting. Like, we had a Nintendo because I think my parents had a Nintendo before I was ever even born. But I remember my dad coming home from Desert Storm, and he had a briefcase, and he asked to help him unpack. And so when we were helping him unpack his stuff, he had a Sega Genesis in there. And look here, what'd I tell you? Underneath, man, we found the cave. He had a Sega Genesis sitting in there. And I was hooked ever since. You know, the Sega Genesis that came in Super Mario 2. And I've been a gamer ever since. And then, you know, I played GoldenEye and N64 and stuff like that. I never considered myself like exclusive first-person shooter. I played Doom on, you know, Windows 95 back in the day and stuff like that. But when Halo 1 came out, man, and playing that, and I originally played that on PC because a lot of people know Halo 1 came out on Mac. You know, Bungie originally started out as like a Mac gaming software company. They wanted to make sure games came to Mac and built a lot of their games around Mac. Oh, this is Audra. Okay, she's got shit in here. I was here earlier. I guess I didn't look for all this shit when I was here earlier. So we'll just grab it while I'm here because, again, I'm a looter shooter guy. I like Destiny. I like WoW. It's all about finding these little Easter eggs and shit like that. So there's got to be something right there. Look at that. What I tell you, boys.
You seem distracted today.
Another collectible.
When I told you the citizens would be more compliant if they see a more human side to you,
I got another one around here somewhere. Let's go find it.
A deflection. You are distracted. But you can
Also, if you watch this VOD or you come in tonight and you see me later playing and stuff like that, you may see me playing with some of my homeboys that I've been playing video games with some back during those Halo 2 days when I was on a team and stuff like that. One of the guys named Bugs. I'll be honest, we give Bugs a lot of shit because back in the day, Bugs was my resident sniper. I've always been the guy in your face, shotguns, really good with the BR and stuff. Bugs was known for his sniping skills back in the day. You find some of them old school players and you ask about Bugs from Tennessee, because we grew up in Tennessee together. They'll know who you're talking about. He was really big into it. He was also a big baseball player, had some opportunities college and stuff like that. Almost went pro as a pitcher. Really good guy. So he got out of video game, but now that he's been back, I'm significantly better in almost every aspect of video games. I kept playing games. He quit for a while. He plays Borderlands. We were playing Borderlands together and stuff like that. So you'll probably hear him in the Discord with me and stuff like that. So you come in, talk some shit to him and stuff like that. Tell him he should have stuck to pitching and stuff like that. He was like I said, really good pitcher back in the day, and probably, I guarantee if we put him on a mound right now, he could still, you know, probably throw you a pitch at 80, you know, high 70s, low 80s for a few pitches before his elbow gives out, which happens to a lot of pitchers, unfortunately. But great player back in the day, sucks now, but still a great friend, great brother. So you'll probably hear him on the streams and stuff like that. That's who I'll be playing with mostly, me and him. We just recently got him Destiny. Really cool thing is, if you do join the stream, you've been a Destiny player for a long time, or just recently got into Destiny, seeing all the Star Wars stuff. It's awesome because, like I said, I'm day one Destiny player. I mean, I remember when Bungie broke off and split off, I was waiting for Destiny. When Bungie split off after Reach, and the goal was, hey, we're gonna make this game. I couldn't fucking wait for it.